Hello everybody, this is MrSoizes, and today I'm going to be showing you my newest invention and the newest member of the Redstone Works family. This is my industrial furnace array, and I'm doing an 8 long version today. The furnace array is not 8 long, but there is 8 furnaces in it. So if you want to find out how to use it, all you have to do, it's very simple. You see the furnaces here, go to this chest, and you see that's the output, okay? So now if you want to put things in, you can go up this ladder, and you can either go up this ladder and put in things from here, or you can be down here and put in items just by clicking. And this chest that you can see over the edge is the one that you put in all these smeltable items, all this kind of stuff. So we could go ahead and just chuck all that in right now. So whatever, ore, wood, wet sponge, potato, raw rabbits, raw pork chops, red sand, whatever you want to. And those are all going to get smelted up. And what are we going to smelt with? We are going to go smelt up with all of these things. And we could also use some wooden tools. I forgot to put that in the list. And so all of those things are going to get spread through the whole machine. And it just does this weird cycle thing where not all the furnaces get items at the exact same time. But eventually they do, and then they will all smelt up, and we should see input into this chest already. Perfect. You see that? And actually 1 by 8. Yes, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so one's off, but yeah. So you see that they all have items and things to smelt the items with. And it's all pretty evenly distributed. This one will always have more than all the other ones for whatever reason. I can't figure it out. But yeah. This farm, just one thing that you need to know before you start building it. So if I go to this one was built correctly. This is an extended version. It's very expandable, you can see. Very easy pattern to expand. And you see that this one is built right and it's faced towards the south, okay? I could also build it facing, when I'm facing towards it, it's facing towards the north. Or I'm facing towards the north. It particularly is facing east-west, okay? Big thing to remember, hopefully that's not too confusing. This one's built wrong. This one is going to have items spill into the bottom here for some reason. It's a minecart glitch. It's not something wrong with the farm. I'm going to put in a Minecraft changelog thing. But yes, that is just what we need to contend with right now. So if you like this farm, then let's get on to how to build it. The materials you're going to need. You're going to need 3 minecart hoppers, a cauldron, a bucket of water, 2 redstone torches, 6 redstone dust, 3 redstone comparators, 3 levers, 8 furnaces, 4 sticky pistons, 21 hoppers, 24 powered rails, 3 normal rails, 26 opaque blocks, and 3 chests. On to how to build it. On a 3x12 area, what you want to do is go to one of the corners, one away from it, build up 4 blocks. And then build out 2 blocks like this, taking away the blocks that are beside them. On the bottom block, place down a redstone comparator, and then on the block 1 up, place a redstone torch, and 1 up, place a redstone dust. Make sure that comparator is facing away from the center of the machine. Place 2 blocks out like this so you can place a chest with a hopper facing into the back of it. Take away the blocks underneath there. Beside the hopper, place away 8 blocks. Or you can place away 9 blocks just to make the next block easier to place, and place a block like that, take away that 9th block, and replace it with a redstone lever and make sure it's flicked on. Now go ahead and just build over 7 and put an extra powered rail on top of the hopper, and between them place a non-powered rail, just normal rail, and then go ahead and put your furnaces all on top, just clicking on all of the rails starting from the unpowered rail, the normal rail. Now by pressing shift, place hoppers on top of each one of the furnaces, going into the furnaces. And now into the back of the furnaces, you want to place a hopper going into each one again. And this is a pattern that you're going to see if you want to expand the farm later. And now you're going to want to place down your rails, and you're going to do that by, this is kind of a fail-proof method of doing it. You just put some extra rails over here, and on that first hopper you want to go ahead and put a non-powered rail, a normal rail I mean, and then go ahead and place powered rails all across, and also on the top. Again, the first hopper you want to place a normal rail, and now go ahead and just place a block up like that, and you're pretty much just capping them off. So if you think about it, the hopper minecart is just going to hit this wall. So make sure these are all solid blocks here. And on these ones, on the other end of the machine, you want to just make sure they're powered, all of those ones, all the time. And so then what you want to do is on top of the side that has no powered rails, just the single powered rail, you want to place a hopper facing downwards on top of them, and a chest on top of each one of the hoppers. And now just place a block like this diagonally from the hopper, and place one block beside it, beside the hopper, with a redstone sticky piston facing upwards beside that, and another block with a redstone torch and a sticky piston on top of the redstone torch facing away from the center of the machine. And then you want to place a redstone comparator just like this from the bottom piston's head with 3 redstone just like this. And then you want to place a cauldron with a full bucket of water. And now what you want to do is make Etho's hopper clock. And how you're going to do that is by placing blocks just in this formation. Now you want to place a redstone comparator facing away from the center of the clock, and then a redstone dust on top of each one of these blocks. And then using the hitbox of the redstone, place a redstone sticky piston facing towards the center of the clock, 2 redstone hoppers facing into each other beside the redstone comparators, and go ahead and place in however many items there are based on how many furnaces. You want to place a redstone block there. So since in this design, the basic design, you're going to have 8 furnaces. So the multiplier of this is going to be 8. And so you're going to want to place 8 items into this hopper here. And that's going to get your machine going. So now at this point, everything should be working. And you can just place all of your hopper minecarts on each one of the starter rails. So you want to stop both of these rails and maybe break that minecart so it doesn't fall off like that. And also want to stop the bottom rail. And we're just going to place another minecart right there. So now what you want to look at is how many furnaces do you want to build out. So in this case we already have 8 built out, and so how many more do you want to go out? You need to decide that right away. So let's say we're gonna go out, so we built out 20 furnaces, and so since we already had 8, we now have 28. So let's take out all of the items from this hopper here, and we're going to add 28 items, plus for every group of 8 you have, you want to add an extra item, which I didn't show in this video. Now you can go ahead and place hoppers facing into the tops of each one of these furnaces, and a hopper facing into the back of each one of the furnaces. And then you're going to want to do the little trick where you put an extra block over here, just so that the rails don't all connect up weirdly. And then just go ahead, start with that block, and place rails all the way down, and rails above also. If any of the rails are not powered, you want to make sure that they're powered, and you can do that easily by just adding a block on top of one of the rails and going ahead and putting a lever on top of that and flicking it onwards. And so however long you want it to make it, this will let you go ahead and turn on a very large amount of rails with just a single lever, because you will also be powering both sets of rails, as you can see here. And you just want to cap off all of the rails and to make sure that the minecarts don't fly away. You could put levers there, but you don't have to, because it's easier to go ahead and put a single lever for both, just like that. Don't get too close to the machine. This block is the last block that I would put a block with a lever on top, otherwise you might mess with some of the mechanics. And now you can work on the collection area. You just want to build out all the way to the very edge, and again put the block to stop it, and all of the powered rails to connect back up with the beginning, and just make sure that they're all powered onwards. So there you go. I hope that this helps. Make sure that you put the right amount of items in, like I said, for every group of 8. So take however many, the amount of furnaces that you have, divide that number by 8, and add however many furnaces you had plus whatever your answer was. So if you have 32, then you're going to want to add 36 items into that hopper. Or not add, but you want to have 36 items in that hopper. Yep. So hopefully you guys like this tutorial. I know it's a very large farm. It's a very large thing, but it's for people that are very industrial in Minecraft. I do not expect anybody that is just like a casual Minecraft player to build this. I would like to know what you guys think of this huge tutorial in the comments down below. I've been working on it for a while. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please, if you did like this video, maybe you can subscribe. If you really loved it, then go ahead and become one of my patrons and help me make more videos in the future. If you go check that out, there's some secret things that I put on my Patreon. But otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a wonderful day, and don't forget to smile.